Okay, it's great. One of the more exciting games I've been in. Thought it was terrific. Uh, it would have been unfortunate if we didn't come out on the winning end, particularly when we got it to 9 points, and it took an incredible chain of events of their talent to tie it up at the end. And I was really impressed with. I'm used to those games going into overtime and losing. And it's a nice feeling when we could zip it up the court and hit JJ and make a layup. And so the guys are proud of themselves. I mean, when you think about, I told Leonard Perry before the game, you guys, you coaches, not me, you coaches have done a great job, because when you think about it, there's not a player that played any minutes for the former coach. And we got a chance tonight against a team that's top 40. Top 30, top 50 for sure. And, Leonard and you guys, I'm proud of you guys. We have put together a collection of guys that were able to get it done. You found JJ somewhere along the border of Mexico and the United States. We found John Octius under a rock in Illinois, and it's a fun little group.
Coach, I believe was this rather an experience to be the top 40 programs in terms of confidence, especially going through a big one on Tuesday?
Well, I just thought we showed a lot of toughness and resiliency. At the end, we could have really folded up. You got Carlton Hurst out there. Where was he last year? You got your subbing some freshmen in. I think it's big. I would never. I've always thought that. I would never say it, but I believe that now that it helps. I mean, had you lost, it would. Our teams. We got a fragile young group of guys that are trying to become unfragile, and we got role players. I've had role players that turned into very average starters. Well, just because you're sixth man of the year doesn't mean you're going to be a great starter. And Daniel is, and so is John Octius, and Jerson is huge. So I think it's a big. To answer your question, I think it certainly doesn't hurt. It helps. We found a way to win. I thought it was a terrific game for TV and fans. So, we did a lot of things good. We out-rebounded them, out-free-throwed them. They're number one in the country in free throws. So I think it's a big boost.
JJ obviously got in foul trouble. I think he went back in with 4 fouls in 6 minutes. Just how impressive was it to you that he was able to stay in the game and not, pick up that 5th foul? Obviously, you needed him all the way to the end.
Well, we've decided that we're going to have to play players with what we have. We have 8 scholarship players right now, and that when players get 2 fouls in the first half, depending, we're going to have to play those guys. And normally you'd keep, like I kept JJ out because the game stayed close. But we're going to have to play players with 2 fouls in the first half, and we're going to have to put guys in, with 6 minutes to go after 4 fouls. So, I mean, we're just going to have to do that. Otherwise, if we hadn't that, we wouldn't have won the game. He scored 29 points in 29 minutes. I mean, he makes the plays at the end to win the game. So it's just, you don't want to, but it's the situation we're in. So I thought he handled the adversity really, really well.
Talk about the rebounding effort, not only out-rebound them, but get 18 offensive boards against a team, obviously lots of size and a really good rebounding team.
Yeah, I mean, we went back to the UTEP game, and every offensive rebound that UTEP got was below the rim, and I knew it would be. So, rebounding's effort. It's just all about wanting to get the ball, and I thought we wanted it really bad tonight, particularly after I lectured him at halftime and tell him that we're getting out rebounded. We have to eliminate their second chances, and we need to get second chances in order for us to score. We were struggling to score. The big kid, Have you ever seen that? That's Yao Ming in the middle. I mean, he really is that big. Yao Ming was no bigger. Changes the whole game when he's in there. I mean, it's like, just, and he doesn't. He's like bouncing off a redwood tree, and they play him perfect. So it was just neat the way the whole thing unfolded. It would have been, I think, tragic had we lost, because I thought we deserved to win. I thought we played harder for longer minutes.
Speaking of effort, how about Daniel Bejarano's effort? He had 15 rebounds. Seemed like he was all over the court.
Yeah, he was terrific. He was terrific. And we there's no margin for error Daniel has to do that for us to beat this type of team. Now, we can beat lesser teams without him doing that. JJ has to do what he did, 29 points. I mean, for us to do that. Our 2 posts, I was really disappointed with Marcus and Jerson early. And combined, I think they had 17 points and enough rebounds to satisfy me. I know that. But they responded. They both came, when they both had their shot, they didn't start the game very well. We can't absorb that. If they don't come back and play well, we don't. So, yeah, Daniel, not to get long-winded like I do, but Daniel, we need that. We have to come to expect that.
How much of a role did the crowd play in this game, especially when it got down to the wire?
I thought it was great. I don't know why, but when we won this football game, Jim McElwain is as neatest person as I've met, let alone football coach, because I've been around a zillion of them, and they're a little different football coaches. And he's the furthest thing from different. He's just a guy and a neat guy. So I don't know. After we won the football game, I kind of said, it's a great day. We got nothing to lose. Let's go out there and me mentally, So I thought we'd have a crowd. Maybe some of them stumbled in, but they came in, and it was huge. It was we couldn't beat that team there right now. We're not that team yet. We were just good enough to get it done here, and the crowd. If the gym had been empty, we wouldn't have won the game.
Big time rivalry game on Tuesday. How do you hope your team approaches it?
Well, I've said it when I first got here. I've been in so many huge rivalries. They don't get any bigger than Ole Miss, Mississippi State, Iowa State, BYU, Utah. I've who won the Alabama game, by the way? Did Alabama win? They what?
Auburn did.
Auburn won?
109-yard kickoff or field goal return for touchdown.
109 yards back.
As time expired. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Midway through
We
the
all
second
missed
half,
it
you
too.
beat
Don't
us.
worry. We were watching it. We missed it too.
I didn't want to come to the. I kept watching it up there. I didn't want to even talk to our team because my good friends, the provost there, Jay Goose, and then the guy that was really done wrong at Southern Miss, Ellis, is the defensive coordinator. So what a turnaround for a.
But speaking of your rivalry, CSU rivalry.
So it's probably the biggest game of the year, for sure, non-conference. But I know, I get it, and only a fool says it's just another game. It's not another game. It's when I was at Utah State, we played BYU twice, Utah twice, Weber State twice, and then we'd go in the league and play Irvine and Santa Barbara, and they didn't care about that, So I know this is a water cooler game where, it's big. It's really big. Are we ready for them yet? I don't know. I didn't know tonight. I really thought deep down, I'm not sure if we were quite ready for this team. So I was surprised. So maybe we made enough improvement to get ready for a team that's way ahead of us in minutes played and experience. It should be a great environment, and I know what it means to everybody.
You talked about JJ, wanting JJ to be a little more selfish on the offensive end. Was the second half kind of what you expect to see from him, where he kind of can just take over?
Yeah, I really liked that play when the big kid was on him in the press offense and they threw it to him and then he just went the length of the court. And it's amazing how he can, to answer your question, yes, very aggressive offensively. You know, he makes a couple silly plays every now and then, but yeah, absolutely. He can't shoot enough.
Does he need to score that much for you guys to be successful?
No, not necessarily. Tonight he did.
Yeah.
You know, we were struggling. I didn't even look, but wow, Daniel was 3 for 15. You put Octius and him together, 8 for 29. I mean, and still win the game. That shows you what it's about, defending and rebounding. So great win.
Thank you, Coach.
Good.
Damn.
So, John, coming down that last play, what were you seeing as you come down? That looked like that last guy kind of came over, thought you may have run out of time. Did you see
7 seconds is a lot of time. You know, I've learned that over the last couple of years playing here. But I don't know. I drove to the basket. I went for the layup, and then I saw JJ at the corner of my eye, so I just dropped it to him, and he finished.
JJ, how do you think you were so open on a play like that?
I don't think the team knew how much time was left, so they figured that John was going to try and they try and block everything. So he made a great play, jumping it off, and they won us the game.
This game winner feel a little more accomplishing than the one against the next division?
I mean, yeah, I guess. It's not,
Kind of a similar play.
yeah, it's the same. I was happy we won. This is a great team that we played against. So I'm really happy that we pulled it off.
Did Coach kind of emphasize that before the game, that this is a great team that's coming in here and they went to the NCAA tournament last year?
Yeah, for sure. He even said they're a top 50-40 team. So we just took that. You know, a lot of people are counting us out, so took that and used that as motivation.
How did you guys overcome the somewhat small crowd at the beginning of the game?
We didn't even.
Did you
We didn't even.
put that-
Yeah, we didn't even
I
think.
thought they were pretty loud the whole time. I
Okay.
didn't
Yeah,
even know
it
that.
was small, but they were loud in there.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who's there. We just played a game of basketball. You know, I'm used to it since I've been here. So
You ended up finishing with 15 rebounds. Did you kind of take it upon yourself in the second half to really carry your team on the rebounding end?
yeah, because we really needed it. They don't really box out well. You know, they're big guys, but at the same time, they don't use them for boxing out, I guess. So I just try to get in there and get the boards.
Oh, we won the rebound battle too. Something that Coach emphasized. I think they've been plus 10 against their opponents, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that's a good thing.
People
Just-
still count us out. I read
Ju-
articles that we're not the same
just see that.
rebounding team. So it is what it is. It's still early, but you know.
Do you guys take that a little bit of a chip on your shoulder?
But yeah, you know, it doesn't matter if we're small or not. You know, we're gonna rebound. You know, that's what Coach wants, and that's what we want. So.
People do count you guys got a big game as this against the Mexico State win to kind of just establish yourselves. Even if it's just building confidence for you guys, especially going to a game like CU on Tuesday.
Just another game. We're gonna approach it the same way we approach this game. CU's a good team, so we're gonna go through our game plan. We got practice tomorrow, practice Monday, and then we're gonna go from there.
Does this one feel a little different than the other ones this season? Just the way you guys did it, knowing how good an opponent that is?
I'm just glad we went on the boards because I know when Coach looked at that sheet, that's the first thing he probably looked at. So I'm just happy that that's the way we won the game.
Yeah, this was a closer game. You know, man, just a really close game. You know, we came together as a team, as a group, and we just buckled down. You know, they're making shots at the end, and we just buckled down. You know, we told each other we were going to win, so that's exactly what we did.
JJ, what was it like going against Big Sim there? Ular, I mean, I assume you probably never faced a guy that big. Did he change the way that you guys played it at all offensively, or do you have to be aware of where he's
No,
at?
we actually. I think we attacked more this game, trying to attack him, than we have other games. I mean, he is really big, but if you just take it to him, like, I mean, he's kind of a non-factor. But he did block a lot of shots, but we just took it. We just said to take it at him, and I think we did that. I think we attacked more than we did in previous games, even though he's 7'10", whatever he is.
couple of times you, John, ran into him and got thrown to the floor, no foul call. Is that kind of frustrating, knowing, I mean, you're playing against a guy that's 7'5" and then not contact, no foul?
I mean, a couple of the times he did block it, but I thought I got fouled. Sometimes, because I was he's 7'5", so I was just thinking go right at him, like right at his body, right at his chin. And then there was some times I just ran into a brick wall and I was like, oh, okay, maybe that was rough. But I mean, that's how the game goes. They were calling it both ways, so.
Heading into Tuesday, how do you guys kind of explain to some of the younger guys what it's like, what it's going to be like out there when they haven't played in front of like a full house like that?
We just gotta tell them settle down.
Just play the game, you know. Just like Northern Colorado a little bit, you know. That was a close game as well. We had a little crowd there too. Just another game. It doesn't matter who it is. So.
Well, you know, they call you guys little brother. And they're the big brother. Does any of that kind of add motivation on fuel to your guys' fire?
We don't really like to big brother, little brother.
Get into that.
You know, if we were the little brother or whatever you want to call it, they would beat us every single time they play us. We're going back and forth. They beat us, we beat them, they beat us. So we don't really talk crap. You know, we just play the game.
But still, you have a chance, if you do beat them, you play DU, Air Force, to take the Colorado sweep. So from that standpoint, is it kind of add anything?
Well, we don't want to lose in Moby. I know that's one of the speeches that we always said. You know, the older guys did a great job of getting that streak going. Minus the New Mexico game, probably still be going. But, yeah, every time before the game we said we don't lose in Moby. You know, and you just got to take pride in that.